the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
I was pretty happy with that one Gerbils the other night.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, yeah.
That was a good pizza.
Yeah. Fat wallets and empty hearts.
Fat wallets, empty hearts.
It's insane how little musicians get. So, if you're interested in supporting not just me, but any musician that you like, one of the best ways to do that, it sounds old school because it is purchase their music, purchase their merch,
Hey guys, this is Mark from Rat Rod.
Hi, this is Mikey P from Skell.
Hey, this is Jeff from the Bell Jumpers.
Let's go.
Probably Paul, because he's awesome.
This is Jessica for the band Dimitis. You're listening to Pennsylvania Rock Show.
What's up, everyone? It is Bill coming at you from AK Music Scene Studio on episode number 709 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. We're coming at you with the following stations: music from the 412.com, xrpradio.co.uk, rootooradio.com, which is in San Diego, California. That XRP radio, that is in the Highlands of Scotland. Music from the 412, Pittsburgh, clearly. BuildAScene.com here in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. That's the thriving metropolis of Leechburg, Pennsylvania, with our two red lights. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I know I'm forgetting somebody. That's terrible. Oh, megarockradio.net and 107.1 KFGD FM in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm just going to pretend like this intro didn't happen. I'm going to bring up my guests. That would be Brandon and EJ from the Perishables. What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm okay. So the picture that was just up on the screen is for a moment. I think that's Jurgles there. Was that Jurgles?
Yeah, that was Jurgles. That was our show. December 29th, we played with Backstage Pass and Mischief, yeah.
Was that your first time there?
Yeah, it was. It was a great time.
It was fun.
Was Donnie there?
No. We thought we saw him, but it wasn't him.
Are you sure? Because he's there all the time.
Yeah, it was the manager of Mischief, but we were definitely keeping out because we knew he'd be in the area. So
he was there. I've only been there once, and he walked past me like 6 times, and I never said hello. I was like, am I going to be that person? Should I be that person? And then I never did it.
We should have been that person, huh?
Because like he's constantly popping up on my timeline on pictures with bands, and he looked like he was into it, but
yeah,
I'm not in a band. He'll be like, "You do what?" Speaking of what I do, this is the Pennsylvania Rock Show, as I mentioned earlier, and this is usually where I ask where the band gets their name from, but I have a feeling that I know the answer to that one.
Pretty good.
For those of you who don't know, Brandon's last name is Parish.
It's true.
So they're just going to get thrown into the deep water then, and I'm going to start off with my pizza question. What is the best pizza you've had because you're a musician?
Well,
you got your favorite,
I don't know.
And while you're thinking about that, I forgot to mention the songs that I've already played. So you think for a moment. At the top of the show, we heard from Homicide Black and their song Lifeless But Beautiful. We follow that up with Lords of the Trident, Death Dealer. I believe they are from Wisconsin. We're doing some get out of town stuff tonight. And then we heard from the Perishables, Divided We Fall. And we'll talk about that song a little bit later. Hey, best pizza you've had because you're a musician.
I mean, in real life, Domino's, because it's just like the easiest one to get.
Every practice, yeah.
Like every practice, we're eating Domino's.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you get pineapple and bacon.
Yeah, bacon and pineapple. I'm like, a lot of people probably hate to hear that, but that's what I like.
I have not had pineapple on a pizza in a long time. I do want to mention that if you are watching us live, there is a chat box that you may comment in, just like John Perry, also known as John Ballistic from the Underground Jukebox, just did. What's up, John?
Thank you, John. I love you, man. He's so awesome.
Speaking of leaving and going outside, going out of town, he is originally from Pittsburgh, but he lives in Colorado now.
Yeah,
that's sick.
All right, so I think I forgot to ask this question on the last couple episodes, which is terrible because it's the official build the scene question. I'm supposed to ask it on every show, and it is, who is your Dave Grohl? And by that I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Yeah.
Well,
no, honestly, it's just kind of like a chasing the dragon kind of deal where he's got his influences, I've got mine, and there's not really a
like individually, who would you want to go up with?
Yeah, who would?
Well, if I could resurrect Kurt Cobain, I'd like to go on stage with him, honestly, because Nirvana's my favorite band. So that would be awesome. Or you know what? Honestly, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, because I love Megadeth too.
No, right.
So those are probably for me. Yeah.
For me, it would be Coheed and Cambria. There's no questions there. So.
See, now I'm going to ask you the question I should have asked before this one, so that you could have done your Kurt Cobain. So you're leaving a show, and there's a DeLorean sitting there with its door up in the air and a flux capacitor in the back seat. Where are you going in time, and what band are you going to hang out with or play with? Just like Michael J. Fox did in that movie that we won't mention.
Honestly, I mean, Nirvana would be cool, but I think it'd be cool to go back in time and play with the Ramones, because I feel like their vibe is kind of our vibe.
Plus, you could have the last name or Ramone then.
The Ramonables.
That's it. You're changing your band name.
Yeah, for me, I really don't have anything. I prefer to keep up on what's current and try to, stick with what's going on now. And instead, I don't know, trying to go back, it'd be really hard. But yeah, I really don't have anything. I'm just trying to find out what people are doing now that's, interesting, and try to keep with that.
Surprised you didn't say Hall & Oates.
I mean, fair enough, but yeah, no, that would probably be like a crowning achievement, if anything, but not something that I don't know. I look forward to what we're creating more than looking back at what we could be, I guess.
This may not be a fair question, but bear with me. So usually when I bring bands on, I either have a whole band or part of a band. And most people probably think I have part of a band right now, whereas I have the whole band. So my question is, have you ever thought about adding anyone or any particular instrument or something to the band?
Well, believe it or not, we used to be a 3-piece. When we first started, we had a lead guitar player, but then we had to part ways because just things didn't work out in the end. Before we started playing shows, we formed during COVID, so we couldn't play shows. And as soon as COVID ended, our lead guitarist quit the band. So, but we actually do have a bass player too trying out. So we may end up being a 3-piece eventually here. So we'll see.
I'm going to ask one more question in this segment before we take a break. So you may or may not be familiar with the name Robert Johnston from the halls of history and the blues. By the face, I don't think you are, so I get to explain it. That's awesome. So Robert Johnston was a blues guitarist who was terrible. And he used to show up at shows, and when bands would take breaks, he'd go up on stage and start playing, and they would kick him out. And He disappeared for about a year, and he came back, and he was phenomenal. And the rumor is that he went to a crossroads, met with the devil, and sold his soul to be able to play better. My question is, if you are at that same crossroads waiting for the devil, what are you there to sell your soul for?
He's really good at these questions. Isn't he?
Wow. For me, no, I think he had the right idea where it's like, I want a certain talent at a certain skill, and I just don't want to spend the time doing it. And if I could be the best drummer in the world and have, people look up to me, that'd be sweet. That'd be real cool.
I think in a way you almost got to sell your soul to do this, because the more you get involved, the more like family time you don't have anymore. You have less and less time to do things that, a usual person would do.
It's all encompassing at that point.
Because you're like, oh, I got to get ready for the next gig. I got to practice. I got to rehearse. I got to, make sure my guitar strings are changed. I got to do all this extra stuff. I got to talk to the promoter. I got
it's like having
yeah. I got to deal with DistroKid stuff. I got to talk to Bill about the podcast I'm going to be on today. So, I mean, you're almost kind of already there.
Yeah, give up pieces of yourself to just have the thing that you want to have. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to pop this comment up and read it, and then we're going to take a break, just because this may be the best comment I've ever had. This sounds a little like the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Our guy, yeah.
All right, with that said, we are going to take a break. We are going to hear from Diesel Beast. They are a band from Denton, Texas. When we come back, we're going to hear about this Perishable song, Divided We Fall. I'm going to ask the Diesel Beast question, and those of you on the video side, you're going to find out what tickets we are giving away on Music from the 412. What's up, everyone? It is Bill from Music from the 412, here to let you know what tickets we have to give away, courtesy of Drusky Entertainment, for upcoming shows. You can go to musicfrom412.com/contests to enter and to see what's available. So I'm going to start on February 23rd, which I will be giving away on the Pennsylvania Rock Show on February 19th. It's Trace Lads with Kilmaine Saints at Jurgles. On the 27th, we have Amy Mann at the Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall. March 9th, we have Punchline and Have Mercy at Preserving. On March 14th, it's My Son, the Hurricane at the Craft House Stage and Grill. March 23rd, the Clarks at the Craft House Stage and Grill. March 28th, Lil Xan, Lexaterrestrial, Slimmy at Enclave. I'm going to show you how to enter the contest, which you only have to do one time. You do not have to enter more than once. So what you would do is pick the show that you would be interested in winning tickets to. You're going to scroll down to where the share for Facebook is. You're going to click on share. Make sure that you tag both Music from the 412 and Jureski Entertainment in that share. Then you will come down to this little form right here, ticket giveaway submission form. You're going to put your first name, your last name, and your email. You're going to verify that you shared to Facebook and that you tagged both Music from the 412 and Jureski Entertainment and hit submit. And that's it. That's all it takes to enter. The email that we get from you from that form gives us your email address so that if you win, we can get your tickets sent over to you. That's all it's used for. We delete the entries. Your email is used for nothing else. So once again, my name is Bill. This has been the ticket information for week 7 of 2024. Make sure you head over to DresskyEntertainment.com to see what other shows they have to offer. And make sure you support them, as they've been supporting Music from the 412 almost the whole year plus that we've been in operation. With that said, make sure you check me out on the Pennsylvania Rock Show each and every Monday night, where I interview local unsigned musicians and I give away 2 tickets to those select Drusky shows. Okay, we are back. This is episode number 709 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. We are in segment 2 with the Perishables. We just heard Mammoth Hunt, some classic metal sounds from Diesel Beast, and I mentioned that I have a question named after them. I'm going to hit them with that, and then we're going to talk about their song, Divided We Fall. All right, so here's the question. They were the first band I ever asked this question to, and they gave probably the best answer I've heard since. So no pressure. The question is, if you could play anywhere on Earth, not necessarily a normal venue, anywhere, with any musician in particular, where would you play and who would you play with?
Well, I guess if I could play anywhere in the world with any musician, I don't know. I guess. See, this is a really good question. I guess that it would be pretty cool to play at Whiskey A Go Go with like Dave Grohl. That'd be pretty sweet.
Fair enough.
That would be pretty sweet.
For me, Coheed and Cambria, they're my favorite band. I've seen them 15 times, and they had a cruise where they were the headliner, except you were going on a whole 5-day cruise with them, and just to be a part of that and to be able to intermingle with all those people, I think that would be really sweet. So they had a bunch of like awesome bands to open up for them and stuff too. So yeah, I think that would be my crowning achievement, really.
It would also be really cool to be a ghost member in Slipknot.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to hear Diesel Beast's answer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They want to play at Stonehenge with Dio.
No, that is sick.
Hey.
Yeah. So
that'd be the place to correct them.
Yes. So now you know why it's called the Diesel Beast question.
It'd be even funnier if they played Stonehenge from Spinal Tap at Stonehenge. That'd be pretty cool.
All right, so in the first segment, we heard your song "Divided We Fall," and I have a feeling you guys are a little younger than me, so maybe you didn't get to watch MTV when this show was on. It was also sometimes on VH1. It was called Storytellers. It was where they brought on the musician, and the musician told a story about their song. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. You can tell me about the song itself or something that turned into you writing the song, just a story, basically.
Okay, well, simply put, at the time I wrote the song, it was during COVID, and during COVID, we also had a lot of like riots going on, and we also had a lot of, Donald Trump and Joe Biden and the government's, collapsing, and people are raiding the everything, and it was pretty crazy time. And I wrote the song to just say simply, if we were all divided, or if we wasn't so divided, we wouldn't be having these problems. You know what I mean? We just gotta kind of unite and stick together as one.
United States, yeah, that whole kind of deal.
I mean, yeah, we're the United States, not the ununited states, and that's really what it felt like at the time. It's gotten a little better, but
Did you just say ununited?
United States, yeah,
exactly. But that was the kind of message I was trying to portray there. So we just need to be together as one instead of all this politics and everything.
Right. All divisive stuff. And the one ship, you can't look at it and say, there's a hole in the ship. At least it's their side. It's like, no, it's our side.
Someone has to fix that.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so you're going on tour, and for some reason you hired me to drive your bus. I say this every time I ask this question. That's a terrible idea, but go with it. And we're driving in between shows. What am I turning on for us to listen to in between show dates?
Pop
What bands?
No. Maybe that's what you want, but the easy listening for sure. I don't know. Too much loud stuff during the rest of our day, where it's like you said earlier. No, some Hall and Oates will do fine.
I knew you were going to say that.
Are you going to let him get away with that, or are you going to give me something else to listen to?
What? What's wrong with Pop Baby? No, I mean, honestly, I got like a playlist I made of all Pittsburgh musicians, and honestly, we are going on tour in June, and we are going to be probably listening to that like the whole time. It got like 76 hours of music on it, maybe even more, and it's all Pittsburgh bands. So
that's what we
just put that on rotate.
Yeah, that's what we do every time we go to any show. We just listen to local artists that we're friends with or people that we want to, give some support to.
Pop Baby is on there.
No, yeah, he's good, like.
All right, so I'm going to do a little self promotion here. Music from the 412 has an app on Apple and Android. So if you do not have your own playlist, you can go listen to us on Music from the 412. We also have one for the video side where you can watch either the on demand. I'm going to correct myself there. You cannot watch on demand on the app. You can watch the TV station, the TV network. There are 15 different stations that are playing all music from the Pittsburgh area, videos, shows like this one. You have all kinds of options. But if you're listening to the radio side, you might hear John Ballistic's Underground Jukebox on the radio. That did not. Metal Shop, Bonnie Divers, Bonnie with a Y. If you're into Prague, that's the one you want to check out. Okay, there are other shows. We're going to ask some more questions that they're not ready for. I think I'm going to stick with the movie theme a little bit. So you're sitting on a bench with a box of chocolates, if you'd like, and your musical idol sits down beside you, and you don't want to be forced. You don't want to annoy them, so you're only going to ask them one question. Who is the person sitting next to you, and what is that one important question that you're going to ask them?
You got anything yet?
Well, I guess I have to pick somebody that's alive. So I'd ask Dave Mustaine if he could have changed anything to stay in Metallica, would he have done it? And he'd probably punch me in the mouth.
That's pretty good. Yeah, for me, I'd honestly, I'd sit down with Lil Jon and just ask, how'd you make it? So you had nothing to work with and you managed to make the world of it. You know what I mean? Like he said 15 words his entire career and was just able to manage to, be the absolute storm of a person. It's how do you tap into the vein of what the people want?
He's on the Super Bowl last night.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Just like, how do you tap in so hard that you can just go, what? And everybody's like, yeah.
I want him on my track.
Right.
All right, so we're going to take another break. We're going to hear from Storms Within and their song Endgame, and we will be right back.
Cool.
Hey, everyone in Video Land. All the other listeners are on the radio side right now, so they'll find out about the winner later. But you are about to find out who's winning 2 tickets to the Pete Corral Authentic Show. It is at the Oaks Theater this Friday, February 16th at 8 p.m. Doors are at 7 p.m. It is a 2-hour show, all ages. It has mobile e-tickets. The winner will receive their tickets via email probably tonight or tomorrow. If you do want to go and you don't happen to have tickets, you can pick those up $25 to $55 through the Drusky Entertainment website, druskyentertainment.com. With that said, let's go ahead and get ready to give those 2 tickets away. Try that one more time. There they are. Okay, so I had 2 people sign up, Nikki Prasa and Andrew Carr. I put up their names there a couple times. I'm going to shuffle them like always. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the spin so we can find out who our winner is. And it looks like Andrew Carr is our winner. So, Andrew, you know the deal. You'll be receiving an email later tonight with instructions, and have a good time at that Pete Carell Authentic Show. If you would like to go to other shows on Dressy Entertainment and Music from 412, I showed a video earlier, but I just want to remind you that you go to the website, musicfrom412.com, click on contest, pick the show that you would like to attempt to win tickets to. We will update which shows we have sometime soon, but right now we have a good handful of some pretty cool shows that you might want to check out. I'm going to go back to interviewing the Perishables in just a moment. We are back for segment 3 with Brandon and EJ, the Perishables, here on episode 709 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. We just heard from Storms Within and their song Endgame. We have about 9.5 minutes to go with the Perishables, and then we'll have a couple more tracks for you to listen to on this episode. Okay, guys. So you are at a gig and someone yells out, play, insert any song that you would not play, but usually it's Freebird or it's something along those lines. Do you play the song or do you go home?
Well, funny thing.
Yeah.
So we actually learned Freebird. So we're waiting for this moment. We're waiting for somebody to yell Freebird, just so we can just waste our whole set to play that song that's going to take the whole set anyway. And then we're going to ask for it.
We learned it specifically for that reason. Yeah.
Then I hope somebody is listening and does it.
We've been waiting for like 2 years.
How about Wagon Wheel? Do you know that one?
Rock me, mama, like a wagon.
We can figure it out. Yeah, no, we put it together, but you know, it would definitely not be exactly what they expected.
You like punk rock, Darius Rucker.
It would be the closest we could get at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no idea. Just so everyone knows, I did not know that they learned that. That just happened to be what popped into my head. What one song is an earworm for you and you hate when it gets played? I have teenage kids and they play songs that get stuck in my head. I'm like, but I don't even like this.
Man. Well.
Not on you. So I was doing some work the other day and I just had music on in the background. There's this one, it's called Super Lonely, and I'm pretty sure it's I'm pretty sure it's like a TikTok thing that wound up going viral, but it's one of those deals where the last 3 or 4 days I just keep and I have to keep putting it on. It's just getting at this point. But it's it's an earworm and I can't really argue with that.
Yeah, I'm strange. I kind of like everything. I could listen to Baby Shark and be like, yeah, this is awesome.
I mean, you're right.
Are you guys familiar with Jonna from First Angel Media? No. So you need to check out firstangelmedia.com. I will say that to everyone. It is a media website based in the Pittsburgh area. They do reviews of shows and we do reviews of shows. We do concert photography. We have a modeling agency. We review CDs. If it's music or alternative alternative lifestyles. That might be the word I'm looking for. I know you're looking at me, you're like, what? Yeah, not me particularly. I do the music stuff. Anyway, John has sent me, we were talking about how metal has a bunch of subgenres, and she was like, I'm going to send you this video and you have to record your reaction. Thankfully, I did not record my reaction, but it was different. And what I said to her was, if I can ignore the lyrics, the music on it is great. And then I forgot to stop the video, and the next one from the same artist started playing, and the same thing. Great music, lyrics were not doing it for me. That's where the earworm question came from, because then the rest of the night is going, but I couldn't get the lyrics out of my head.
Yeah, you're just stuck on it then.
Yep.
So there's my first Angel Media self-promotion there. Although it sounds like we're not trying to make each other upset. Let's see. What do we have? We have about 5 minutes. Okay. If this is hard because there's only two of you, so you may have to go into your individual histories as musicians for this one. But what I would like to hear is an embarrassing moment that happened to you on stage, but it has to be one that somebody else did, not you. So like Brandon, you have to either tell me about EJ or somebody else you played with.
EJ and Alex Adams from Anxiety at Best. He's my backup drummer. Those are the only two musicians I've actually ever played with live on stage. So I have to talk on them. But I mean, I guess for me, well, it's going to be you because you did it.
I did what it is. What I do.
We were in the middle of playing a song, and then I feel a piece of wood hit me in the side of the head. It broke a stick, and it like hit me, and I kept playing. It kind of messed me up, and I like stopped, and I kind of like ruined the song. So maybe kind of feel like an idiot on stage, but like I got hit in the head with a piece of wood, so I stopped. I was like, "What's going on?" But yeah, he was like, "My stick broke."
That's cute.
But that was the embarrassing thing that happened to me. So,
see, for me, about 12 years ago, I was in another band, and funny enough, the next show we're about to do was at the same venue. So it's the first time in like 12 years I'm going to be on the same stage. But we were opening up for one of my friends' bands, and Code Orange. They had like some other members that were doing a side project at the time, and our vocalist decided to quit the band like 2 weeks before. So we said, hey, our bass player can do the vocals, even though he doesn't know any other words. And we're going to get another fill-in bass player and some guy that barely knows the guitars. And my bass drum crept away from me because we didn't have anything to hold it in place. And it was the biggest disaster in my entire life. And we need to redeem ourselves here, in a couple of weeks.
we will.
But yeah, no, it's one of those deals where like, enough important people were there in my personal life where it was just like, cool. All right. This is, it couldn't get worse.
Not a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. I've gotten some very interesting answers to that question. I wish I remembered who told me this one. There was a band who was playing in a dog park. Yeah. And a dog came up and peed on the amp.
Oh man,
stuff like that. So see, it could be worse.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Before I forget, because I do forget to do this sometimes, let's send people to your website, perishables.com. Had I been completely prepared, I could bring it up on the screen. Maybe there it is. See, this is what happens when you're doing it live and off the cuff and not really thinking about what you're going to do until you do it. Where is it out here? Okay, share screen. Window. Not window. Entire screen. That'll have to do it. This is probably going to get weird here for a moment. Okay, let's see if it works. Whoa, there.
Poor
Is it correct now? I can't. If I pop up, it's not going to work. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
so the perishables.com. On there, I noticed you had a whole bunch of shows listed, and I'm going to give you a moment right now to tell everybody where they can see you.
Okay, well, if you go to our website, www.theperishables.com, we are, you'll see all our shows on there, and we're playing at 222 Hornsby, February 24th.
Yes, sir.
And then we're playing at the Bridge Music Bar on March 9th. And then we're playing April 12th at Jurgles, opening up for the Ultimate Doors. DM us for tickets. In May, we don't know. We signed up. Oh wait, May. Well, we can't talk about it. We have a show. We have a show coming up in May that we can't talk about. It's a big deal. Then in June, we're going on our Death Mental tour with Anxiety at Best. 5 states, 5 days. June 1st will be at Voodoo Brewing in Erie, and then we're going to go to West Side Bowl in Youngstown, Ohio. And then after that, we're going to go to Mohawk Place in Buffalo, New York. And then we're going to go to Cumberland, Maryland at Mezzo's Underground. And then we're going to end it in West Virginia at Waterfront Hall. Yeah. And then after that, we don't have anything booked till November. We have Punkzilla Fest in Youngstown, Ohio at West Side Bowl. So November 30th. So that's all of our shows so far.
Did my share work? I couldn't see.
It was
I came across.
It was working.
Okay, good.
Which
I have 2 monitors, so I didn't slide it over to the other screen. I don't know, but all right. So we just hit the mark that I was shooting for time-wise. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. This is episode 709. If you want to see the next man answer questions they're not ready for, join us next week, Monday at 9 p.m., just like you did here. For those of you that are currently listening, in about 20 minutes, go to musicfrom412.com/radio or buildascene.com/radio or xrpradio.co.uk, and you will be able to hear this show and all of the music that goes along with the interview. With that said, I have 2 more tracks for you. We're going to listen to a brand new track to the show. D. Gregorio is the band. Open Water is the track. Just released like last week. And then we're going to end things with some Tim Aymar and the band Helios. The track is Hellbender. So a little more metal. See what you did with me, Timmy? Mention your album title again.
Death Mental.
Yeah. Metal with Hellbender from Helios. We will see you next week. Thanks again, gentlemen.
Thank you so
See you.
much.
Thanks for having us.